Ladies, if alcohol is fucking up your fat loss and your hormone health, I got the fix for you. So let's get right into it. So drinking can cause you to fall off for several reasons, and it's actually not one size fits all in terms of like, oh, you do drink like this. Da, da, da. It's actually the personality type. There's like a bunch of personalities, and if we kind of link everything back to human behavior, that allows us to change habits, and that allows us to identify like what is actually happening and how to actually fix it. Because, for example, if you are a stress drinker versus a party drinker, like that's going to be two different things. In terms of like how you drink, in terms of your style, and what derails you. So I'm gonna go through game plans for all of them, in terms of personality type, and just go through what's kind of going on, what you can do to actually put yourself in a better position to hit all your food and your exercise and all that stuff and not fall off. Because yeah, it's just cutting out alcohol, like the dry January, sober October thing, like it needs to die. Because and it's so funny because the people that are doing these things are the same people that are bastardizing, like, oh, I'm doing a month of healthy. They're the same people that are like, there's no good food and bad food, and like you're creating a bad relationship with food and da da da. It's like, well, what are you doing by cutting out alcohol? Like you're creating a bad relationship with alcohol instead of learning how to enjoy it and moderate it and control it. It's controlling you, right? It's controlling you to the point where you need to cut it out completely. So that's not a place you want to be. That's not an empowered position. You want to be in a position where your body and your mind know how to moderate alcohol. You can enjoy it, and you're not using it as a crutch or anything like that. And you're not having to restrict yourself, right? Because restriction, the first thing we want to do, it's like the X syndrome, right? We want to get back with our ex because we're restricted. We don't have it. Or the girl, that guy that won't talk to you, and he's at a party and for some reason he's talking to all your friends, but he's not talking to you, and you're like, okay, he's good looking. Maybe at the beginning you're like, oh, like he's whatever, and then at the end of it you're like, oh my god, I like need to get this guy's phone number, right? So it's like we like to have what we what we can't have, or what seems like we can't have. So restriction mindset is not a good thing. So going back into this, there's four main personality types, right? There's the social drinker. That's like the social butterfly, you know, not really there for the drinks, but there for like the energy. Sometimes they don't even like drinking. They just kind of drink to drink, right? Then you have the stress drinker. You're drinking to like take the edge off. The all or nothing drinker, which is basically like, oh, I'll just have one, and then it's 1 a.m. and you're at a taco stand and like, how the fuck did I get here? And number four is the emotional drinker, like, wine helps me sleep. And it's like, no, wine doesn't help you sleep. It wrecks your hormones and disrupts your sleep and fucks up your fat loss. So I'm going to go through strategies for each of these, just so we can kind of, you can identify what kind of drinker you are, and then we can go from there. Also, it's not like there's going to be times in your life where you're going through different phases. I'm going through a very heavy situation in my own life, and there's different styles of drinking that I have now that I've identified versus before, and when I was having the kids, and all that stuff. So it just depends on where you are in your life and kind of what's going on. So right now I'm actually more of like the social butterfly. I'm actually getting out there a lot more and hanging out with old friends and meeting new people, and so I'm not really into like going out to drink. I'm going out to interact, really. So that would be like the more social butterfly. And the biggest thing is like, you want to make sure, because you're not there for the drinks, you're there for mainly like the energy. To order a mocktail or a soda water. Mocktail is like a really good actually move in between drinks, or a soda water with lime. And make sure you're pre-eating, like you have your protein and your fat and your fiber before you go out. This will keep you in control without killing your vibe, right? So that's the main thing there. The stress drinker, basically, like you're not drinking for fun, you're drinking to like take the load off. This was me when I just had the kids, and they were like going nuts. But I would replace your first drink with a magnesium mocktail that you can make. You can put like mint, a LMNT powder, what's it called, electrolyte pack, and some lemon in there, and just have like a nice chill drink to replace that and rehydrate yourself and put yourself in a better position. And then post drink, you want to have some L-theanine, which is a really good 200 or 400 milligrams, really chill you out, take the edge off, and then meditate for like 5 minutes. You don't have to like You can do whatever kind of meditation you want, whether that's box breathing or whether you're doing body scans or tracing your breath, or you can, like, obviously count your breaths and follow them. What else can you do? There's a lot of different things you can do for meditation, but anything to do it. But you're not addicted to alcohol. That's where you're addicted to the cortisol relief. Okay. I made some notes here. Then we have the all or nothing drinker, right? That's like the I'll have 1 a.m. You're at McDonald's, like, what the fuck? You're like 10 drinks deep. So track your drinks before you go out. And that's the number one thing. So if you're all or nothing drinking, like, you need to have a plan, because failing to plan is planning to fail, right? So have that plan in there. Track your drinks in your food tracker before you go out, and make sure to just pick 2 drinks max and really just sip it slowly. Like, discipline is freedom, and don't commit, don't pre-commit, and don't negotiate drunk, right? Like, don't try to negotiate with yourself. You're going to find yourself in a very bad position, okay? Number 4 is the emotional drinker. So this is like, this is kind of where you want to be very conscious of that, because that's probably the worst type of drinker you can be, because it's like, oh, I'm helping wine to sleep, and I got this, like, shit going on, like, I have to distract myself and get drunk and, like, bury my emotions, like, 2 times per week. You want to use, like, a more a dry red, possibly European, or even like a New Zealand white was fine, very dry. And pair that with magnesium glycinate before you go, and protein before you go to bed, just to help you get deeper sleep. But alcohol, you have, like, basically, low serotonin, and alcohol doesn't fix that. Sleep and food do. So just focus on that, and focus on getting out of the emotional state of drinking. But yeah, so that's gonna be the game plan for all 4 of those social things. And again, just kind of choose what's best for you. Obviously, if you try it and one thing doesn't work, like, keep switching up until you don't. Like, people that are drinking alcohol, there's a lot of people out there that are very fit and very lean and very, like, hormone health friendly, and they drink alcohol. They figured out a way to do it and fit into their life. That's all I'm doing, is giving you some different options and tools so you can actually figure out what's going to work best for you, so you can just do it on repeat, like those people that you see, men or women, that drink and stay lean and actually live a lifestyle and are able to moderate it. So love you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.